welcome to my garden. Today's video I just wanted to do a quick little walkthrough to show you my little growing space. I don't have a lot of space, but I wanted to show you that with a small amount of space you can grow things, and the space I'm working with may be bigger than the space you might have, or maybe it's a whole lot smaller. But anyhow, I've not been out here today, so we're going to see the damage the little yard brats did, aka the squirrels. They love to get in here and tear it up. But I also wanted to show little simple things that you can reuse that you have at home to help get you started if you're not already starting. I just want to encourage all of you to just grow something, whether you only have a balcony window or, you know, a little balcony itself, or just a tiny little window somewhere, or a screened-in porch. You can have enough room to at least grow an herb or two. So anyhow, right here is, now like I said, I've not been out here today. I have not straightened anything up. This is how it really looks most of the time. This is where I keep my little extra pots. This here is a fiddle fig that I am trying to propagate. I have tried to propagate this guy so many times. This is my 5th attempt. I see other people do it so quickly, but for some reason I can't get them. I've tried them inside, outside, in the, you know, in the shade, on a porch. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm not giving up. So anyhow, this little stand right here, my husband actually made me. Yes, it is shabby and it is nothing fancy, but the wood that he got for it was from a pallet that was being thrown out at work. So he thought, well, I can probably do something with that, and he brought it home and made me this little plant stand, and it does the job that I need it to do. So for free, something that we didn't pay for. He had the screws and nails already, and it just took a little bit of time, and like I said, it's useful. So let's show you what I have. This here is a little lemon. I had some organic lemons, threw 5 seeds in, and this is the only one that popped up. I am well aware that I will not get any lemons for quite some time, you know, probably 10 years or so, but you know, it's fun, and I'm babying it because I do not want it to die. So I usually do my little starts here. I've got some herbs, some more jalapenos. This here is a cucumber that's popped up, a little succulent that I got from cutting. I think it's a jade plant. Excuse the noise. I've got planes and cars and everything going overhead. Okay. Anyhow, this is a starfruit. This was given to me from a family member, and it was another plant that I got for free. Here we've got, this is a native firebush. It's native to Florida. I'm in zone 9A in central Florida. This, I don't know what it is. It's supposed to have purpley blue flowers. Another thing that was given to me. This right here, I don't know what this is. If somebody knows, please tell me, because it's got really cool tubular flowers, like a bright orangey red. Anyhow, they're cool. Over here, yes, there's my little chair I sit in. The AC is not being used at the moment because we've had some cool nights. So of course, in my style, I pile plants on it. Anyhow, here is a little rose that I am trying to propagate. Some aloe that I did from cuttings. This is the rose that I got that cutting off of. It's a mini red rose. I absolutely love roses, but I'm not great at taking care of them. I'm trying though. I'm learning. Anyhow, okay, so right now it is partly cloudy. The sun's popping back out again. These are my cool weather crops. This is basically the only spot I have in my yard to grow anything in the ground. I do mostly container gardening. So anyhow, this is some Swiss chard that I've got growing. Everything's looking a little wilty right now because it's 84 degrees in the middle of January. Welcome to Florida. But by this evening, they're gonna pop back up once the heat goes away. It's actually the hottest part of the day right now. Right here I have celery that I started from a cutting from kitchen scraps. Over here I have different types of squash and zucchini. They're looking a little bad because unfortunately we had a lot of rain and they got moldy, so I treated them, and we'll see if they pop back up. Okay, anyhow, here's some kale. It's usually not droopy like this, but you know, like I said, we're in the hottest part of the day right now. Some zinnias, my absolute favorite flowers to grow in the garden. Pollinators love them. They're easy. These are heirloom beefsteak tomatoes right here. They are looking a little yellow, so I'm not thrilled about that, but the weather has been all over the place here. Okay, right here we have some, what is this? It is a sugar ant pea. Now you see the chicken wire I lay over my pots. That is because the yard brats will take me for every seed I got. And if you lay some chicken wire over it, they don't tend to like that, so they'll leave your pot alone. Right here, sorry for the horrible lighting. The sun decided to pop back out. This is a Mexican cream guava. I got it on clearance at, I think, Home Depot. I've not planted it in the ground yet because I'm waiting to make sure we don't have any more cold snaps. This is supposed to be a white on the inside, not like your traditional pink guava. And it's supposed to have a hint of pineapple taste to it, so I'm excited about that. I absolutely love pineapple. This here is a Mexican petunia that I had to cut back. It's looking a little shabby right now. The pollinators absolutely love it. I've got some green beans that I already harvested yesterday. Oh, here is a little guy coming in here. Look at that little guy. Anyway, you can grow them in 5-gallon pots, but to make it, you know, enough as a side dish for your family, you really need to grow a lot more than I have growing there, but it works as a filler. All right, over here we have, this is Moringa. I've got some Moringa growing here. I had to cut it back. It was looking a little shabby, but it's starting to pop in some new little leaves here. Excited about that. I've got some green onions that I took, or regrown from cuttings. Here is carrots that is looking like I'm most likely not going to get any carrots out of there. It's been extremely hot and wet this winter, even though I'm in Florida. We don't really get a winter, but you know. So here is some Georgia collards, and if you check out my first video, I did a video just on these guys because they're beautiful. Oh my gosh, they just grow so good. I've hardly had any pest damage. I just harvest the outside leaves, use them as filler, like sauteed and with some other veggies, and or I put them in smoothies. But yeah, they grow so good. I'm gonna keep growing these guys. They're just a fantastic, easy thing so far in my garden. This little container here, this was free. Somebody was throwing this out, and of course I snatched it up because I'm like, that'll make a great container to my garden. Now, nothing is planted in here yet, but I do have chicken wire over here for when I do plant something. I'm trying to wait to see if I'm gonna put one of the squash plants in here. I don't know, we'll see. I don't know if it's actually deep enough for squash or zucchini or maybe a cucumber, I don't know. But anyhow, here's some lemongrass. I absolutely love lemongrass. I want to grow some more as an ornamental in some big pots. So one day I'll get around to that. This here, oh, the dreaded little oak tree. My husband and I have a little debate on what is the better tree to have in your yard, an oak or pine. I prefer pine, he prefers oak. But because somebody gave us this tree here, I can't bear to throw it out. So it's going to sit here in a pot until I figure out what to do with it. I absolutely do not want to plant it in the ground, since we already have oaks and pine, and I'd much rather plant something like, you know, a guava. Anyway, here's the Mexican, what did I say this was? A Mexican petunia? Anyhow, here's the type of flowers that it gets. Purpley blue, and they're usually all over this bush, but I don't know if winter time is the time where they die back a little, but the pollinators love them, absolutely love them. But yeah, normally they're filled with blooms, just don't know today. Right